Hello and welcome to the world of Rod's tabletop hoops. Today we're going to check out a game that's been around for a little while, the cousin of Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball. This is known as CB2K. It's a college version created by Mark Vaselio's brother, Andy Vaselio. So Andy gets to be the subject of today's discussion. We have got a game here that is somewhat similar to Hoops, but it's got a few little channels of difference, a little more polling from the other games of the past, including Fast Break, including Stratomatic, some very simple fast action cards that are very small. You can compare that with the size of the cards by Hoops, which are double the size and two-sided, whereas the cards for CB2K are just single-sided. In addition, most of CB2K's stuff is available only in PDF format, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because you can get a really good deal buying this game. These four teams from the 1983 Final Four cost me $6.97, but the good news about that is within the PDF are not only a instruction manual, which is also available on the website if you want to preview the game a little bit. And this thing's about 11 pages long. It talks about everything needed to play the game, but it also includes the 7 pages necessary for the fast action cards, which there's 100 of them on 7 sheets of 15, and one of the sheets has 5 less, so it actually totals 100. You divide those into 4 equal stacks of 25. 25 cards is 5 minutes of game time in college. Also, you get 11-man teams for all the college teams. The 12th spot on the second sheet is a team defensive card, which kind of is reminiscent of Stratomatic. And in addition, on those defensive cards, I noticed that he doesn't have block shots in the game, so I'm adding a block shot on various numbers. See those 6 and 8? And this is for the Houston Cougars. I'm going to give those to Akeem Olajuwon as block shots, considering he averaged 5.1 block shots a game, and see if that makes any sense or works out. In addition, for NC State, Thurl Bailey blocked 2.5 shots a game, so I'm going to give him a block on 6 on the NC State team defensive card where there's a miss there. I'll just call it a block for Bailey, and we'll just see how that works out, just to have a little bit of fun with it, because there are no block shots, but there are plenty of steals, and steals galore. 3.3 steals a game for Clyde the Glide Drexler, one of my favorite players of all time. You can see he steals on his, if a defensive column comes up, 2, 3, 5 to 9. So there's a lot of that going on there. You can even see Akeem Olajuwon, a very young Akeem Olajuwon. He's got steals on 7, 8, and 9. So got all kinds of fun stuff there. Anyway, I was just going to get into this a little bit. It's my first game ever. I don't know how, don't know every single rule of the game, and I'm going to play it as it goes. Like I said, for $7, I've got all the game parts. I only have 4 teams, but it's a good way to sample the game. Some of the sets are a little bit bigger. They sell by conference. They sell a lot of stuff. They even have a USA set of Olympic teams, I believe, 88, 92, 96, maybe 2000, the Olympic teams. So if you want to just play the group of Olympic teams and see the United States, for the most part, kick butt on everybody, you can do that as well. So let's get ready, play a game. I've got my electronic score sheet, just an Excel spreadsheet on my computer, so I can kind of keep track and see how the stats go. We'll see how the game flows. Alrighty, I just checked a couple things during a quick pause there. There's the steals. As I mentioned, for Clyde Drexler, he has a ton of steals on defense. Apparently, after he gets a steal, he gets to try a breakaway shot, which would be as simple as going to his offensive card and rolling again. So that could be quite exciting for Houston, because this team was by Slama, Jama. They like to run quite a bit and do all of that. I just wanted to make sure of certain items. But anyway, let's try to do this by just play as we go. I probably will make a few mistakes, but at the same time, you can see there's, this, as I mentioned, there's a center will be the guy who has the ball. You flip the card, and then you will see what it is, a 1 or greater offense. So if it's not 1 or greater, you go to the small forward and you try it again. You get 4 passes before a 20 I don't know if it was a 32-second or 35-second call. The only other thing I wanted to mention was in 1983, there's a 3-point shot for a few teams in the ACC. So, and that includes North Carolina State. So if you got a guy that's as great as Terry the Gannon Cannon, you can see Terry takes a 3-pointer on offense on 6, 7, 8. And then you roll again and you roll 2 to 6 and 9 to make a basket. He hit 59% of his threes, making 1.5 per game. That is an amazing shooting percentage. But, it was a 9'9". It was pretty new. But what I'm going to do is Delphi forums, there is a quick rule to play when you're playing a team that, like Houston, who did not have the 3-pointer, versus NC State, which did have the 3-pointer. You play the offensive team that has the 3-pointer, just their offensive cards, because there's no defense by the opposing team. And then if you get an opposing defensive card with a 3-point attempt, you use the team defensive on 3 points for their shots. And I think I would probably just limit that to maybe the guards and maybe Clyde Drexler, guys with range, but I can go 2 to 5 and 12 on the defensive card. So each of them, the 3-pointers are kind of halved because Houston doesn't have a 3-point defense, 3-point offense or a 3-point defense, but NC State does. So we're going to try that and see how it goes. So let's play on. Okay, I believe you roll a die for each guy to see who wins the jump ball. And so we're going to try this right away. And the queen gets a, Kozel McQueen at center, gets a 2. Olajuwon gets a 5, so we'll give the ball to Houston. Great start there, knocking over my own cards. So, Houston, shooting guard. Shooting guard is going to be, I made that Michael Young, point guard, center, small forward, power forward. So that'll be Michael Young, and then we get to see what the result is on the defensive card. It's offense. So Michael Young, we get to use his offensive column and see what happens here. And that's an 11 on Young. It's a foul. And I believe that just goes to the defensive player, which in this case is 6'1", Derek Wittenberg, guarding 6'7", Michael Young. And it looks like a 2-shot foul. Looks like the free throw column is pretty simple here. Free throws 2 to 7 and 11. And that's a 6. He's got it. Michael Young was not a great foul shooter, but he makes that one. And a 3. Looks like he makes them both. And replaying this championship game, Michael Young, who had a not so great championship game. Oop, I already made a mistake on my typing on my scoreboard. Go. So it's 2-0, Houston. And I guess we start now with the point guard. And the point guard, Sidney Lowe. And we get to flip another card to see what the team defense. So Sidney Lowe going up against Olajuwon on defense. I've created my own block shots and everything. So we'll see what happens here. It's an 8. And as I said, Olajuwon will get a block on 6 and 8. I may have overpowered that, but still I'm doing it for fun because he averaged 5 block shots in 27 minutes a game. Figured he earned it. And I think, do I flip a card for the rebound? I don't know if I do. I'm thinking I just go rebound defensive center is what I do. So that'll be a rebound for Olajuwon as well. And here comes the Cougars. Small forward, which will be Clyde. And he's got an offense. Clyde on offense. This is very simple. His offensive card is a 6 basket. Clyde the Glide Drexler. 2. And you check for an assist easily by going to the shooting guard 5. So the shooting guard is Young, and he's a 1 to 7, so he gets the assist on that play. I really like that. Very fast break-like. And here we go. Shooting guard for NC State, and it's Derek Wittenberg. And he's going to have a 3 or greater. 3 or greater, he is not. So we're passing the ball around. And that's going to be the power forward. It will be Lorenzo Charles. No, who's the power forward here? Looking at the numbers, power forward, he's got an 8. He's got a 9. I'm going to make Thurl Bailey, of all things, the small forward because he doesn't rebound as well. Let me see. Yeah, Charles is a little bit better at power forward. So power forward is going to be Charles, and it's offense. So let's see what happens with Lorenzo Charles on offense on the second pass here. That's a 9. Basket, Lorenzo Charles. Comes back with a hoop. And what's our score? I'm not keeping track. It's 4-2 Houston. Is there an assist on the play? PG20. Point guard Sidney Lowe is 1-20 out of all things. I know he had a pretty high assist ratio there. Okay, we're going right back to the Houston Cougars. Very simple. Power forward, Larry Michaud. Team defense. Team defense will be the North Carolina State team defense, which is 4, which is a pass. And yeah, there's an asterisk there. That would only occur if there was a mega shooter that's, what is it, 5 or more? I think that actually goes, no, it would only be if it was NC State's ball. I believe we're going to pass the ball. So it's the shooting guard. That's Michael Young. Offense. Young goes up. And that's a 6, no good. Rebound, defensive center, Cozell McQueen. Hope I'm doing that right. We'll find out later on that I am or am not. Center has the ball. McQueen keeps it. Defense. The defense will be Olajuwon. And here we go. Olajuwon can get some steals, but it looks like he's very foul prone. So here we go. And that's an 8. That's a steal for Olajuwon. Turnover McQueen. Already liking the way this game flows. And Akeem, I think, goes all the way on offense without flipping a card. It's a 7. And he's going to pass the ball. So it's going to go to the point guard, Alvin Franklin, who kind of started later in the year. Reed Geddes led the team in assists. That guy can assist 5 to 9 on that assist column, if you can see that. So it's going to be Alvin Franklin, defense, Sidney Lowe, pretty good defender. And that's a 4, steal. So turnover, Alvin Franklin. Steal by Sidney Lowe. And Lowe's going to go all the way. 7 assists. Sidney Lowe doing the job. And I'm going to use my little 4-sided die here to determine who scores the basket. It's one of the other players. And that's one Lorenzo Charles. So Charles has 4 points early on. And it is 4-4 in a good game so far. Here comes a power forward. It kind of flows pretty smooth there. You don't have to flip too many cards. Team defense. That's the defense of North Carolina State. And I got some modifiers for blocks. We'll see what happens here. It's an 11. 11 is a 3-point attempt. And we're going to allow, well, let's see. Who is it? Who was it? Power forward. Michaud. No, he's not. He's going to pass. He's not a 3-point shooter. So anyway, I'm just trying to make up a rule for 3 points for both sides. So we'll go to the center, Olajuwon. 2 or greater on offense? No. Going to pass again. Power forward. Going back to Larry Michaud. Michaud with the offensive role here. And it's a 9. And it's a miss by Michaud. And you check for the rebound. The first rebound here is offensive point guard. Offensive point guard 1. Defensive shooting guard 5. So Derek Wittenberg's going to get that read. So Wittenberg's got the ball. Going to go to the point guard, and that's Sidney Lowe. Lowe's headed defensive column. That's going to be the defense of Alvin Franklin, and that's a 9. That's going to be a pass, I believe. Yeah. They got a Wittenberg with a 5 here. I'm not sure if he's supposed to shoot the ball or not. Let me take a quick pause. Okay. Well, Wittenberg would only get that opportunity if he had a range after that set number 5. So what's going on here is it's just going to be a pass, I believe. because Wittenberg does not have the range. So anyway, we're going to throw Bailey. And Bailey's going to get the defense of Clyde Drexler. And this looks like trouble. But that's a 4. It's a foul on Clyde. Average 3.3 steals per game. First team foul. So we're just going to inbound to the center, Kozel McQueen. He's a pretty passive offensive player. But it's going to be the defense of Olajuwon. He's also a little foul prone. But Olajuwon steals it again from Kozel McQueen. And Olajuwon's going to do a breakaway. 6. No good by Akeem. Check for the rebound. Offensive shooting guard, Michael Young. And he's got a 10. Defensive power forward. Wow. That's Charles. Has a 13. So we're going to give that rebound to Lorenzo Charles. And Charles is going to come down, hand it to the shooting guard, which is Derek Wittenberg, a fine shooter. And he's going to get the defensive card of Michael Young. And an 8, that's going to be a pass. So Michael Young will pass to the small forward. It's going to be Thurl Bailey. It's nice to see some ball movement in this game. A power forward offense. Andy Vasilio thinking on his feet here with this game. Offense, 6 for Thurl Bailey, and it's no good. Missed by Thurl. Love Thurl Bailey, longtime NBA veteran. All right, rebound on that. Offensive, it's a power forward. I can't remember what is it. I got to remember the nomenclature here. There's small forwards. Small forwards and power forwards. Okay. Okay, so it's offensive small forward, which would be Bailey. Defensive point guard, which would be Alvin Franklin. So it's going to be an offensive rebound for Bailey. They keep the ball in play, and it's going to stay with go to the power forward, Lorenzo Charles. Offensive column for Lorenzo, and that's a 4, and that's a turnover by Lorenzo Charles. And we are stuck in a 4-4 tie. Power forward for Houston is Larry Michaud. And he has to be at least 5 on offense, which is not even close. So we go to the point guard, Alvin Franklin. And he's got an offensive column here. Let's see what Alvin Franklin can do. And that's a 2. He draws the foul. I'm just going to assume it's on Sidney Lowe. And Alvin Franklin's going to get a couple free throws. He's not a great foul shooter. I believe only Clyde Drexler and Reed Geddes were above 70% from the foul line on this entire team. And Alvin Franklin with a 7 makes the first, and a 10 misses the second. So Houston does get a point. The rebound, I can't remember. I think you add 10 to the defensive rebound, I'm pretty sure. Something of that nature. Small forward, Thurl Bailey has a 14. And Clyde has a 14, but you add some because it's a missed free throw. Bailey easily gets that rebound. I believe that's how it works. I can't remember for certain. Okay. So next it goes to the center. Kozel McQueen, not a shooter. It's a team defensive card of Houston. And 5. Offensive foul, Kozel McQueen. That's 3 turnovers for McQueen. His first foul. Rough start for McQueen. Here we go. Olajuwon with the ball. Defense of McQueen. He's a little foul prone there. And a 10 draws a foul. McQueen's got 2. And we'll see how long McQueen can last here. That is the 3rd team foul. And starts with the point guard. Pretty easy flowing here. Alvin Franklin. 1 or greater on offense. I don't see it. So we're going to go to the small forward, which is Clyde the Glide. And Clyde, they're going to go on the defensive card of Bailey. And that's an 8. That's a pass. So we're going to go to the center. Over to Keem. That's his offensive column. Let's see what happens here. 8. Scores Olajuwon, his first field goal. More for Houston. Assist on a PG-10. And it's an 18 for Franklin. So they easily get the assist. And down the floor comes NC State point guard. It's going to be the Sid Lowe offense. 6. Looks like a 3-point attempt for Sidney Lowe. Our first 3-point try. It's going to be a 2 to 5 and 10 opportunity here. And it's good. 3-pointer Sidney Lowe. Assist on the play. Small forward 8. Nope. So we're 5 minutes in. And it's 7 to 4. 7 to 7, I should say. 3-pointer ties the game up. Houston shooting, NC State shooting 750, but they have 4 turnovers. Houston shooting just 400, but they're not turning the ball over. So it's a pretty even game so far. All right, let's go into the second stack. That went pretty quick. Houston with the ball. And let's see what we got. Center. Looks like it's going to be Akeem the Dream on offense. What does Akeem have? He gets an 11, draws the foul. It's going to be on McQueen, his third. So it's obviously time to take out McQueen. Take 2 shots for Akeem the Dream first. I should have taken him out. Bad coaching move on my part, but oh well. Maybe I secretly want Houston to win this thing. Elijah wants to shoot a 7, and that's a brick. About 59%. He makes the second. Does what he should do, I guess. Make roughly half. So Olajuwon gives Houston an 8-7 lead. Got to take out McQueen. Timeout. All right, we've got Ernie Myers into the game. He's kind of an instant offense guy. Average about 11 points a game. I don't think they lose too much. Thurl Bailey moves into the center slot. I think he's their only backup center. So anyway, we've always got Terry Gannon waiting on the bench there. So we'll maybe wait till the 10-minute mark and throw Terry Gannon into the game, the cannon. All right, so looks like it's going to be power forward. Power forward is Lorenzo Charles, who dunked that game-winning basket in the real game, championship of 1983. And it's going to be team defense. Olajuwon, let's see if he can do some more shot blocking. That's a 7. That's a basket or a pass. I don't know what that means. It's a basket or a pass. Oh, 3-point pass. Unless there's a 2-point pass. I'm not sure. I'm going to take a quick look here. I'm calling that a basket right now for Lorenzo Charles. I'm not really sure what the pass would be referring to. NC State temporarily vaults into the lead 9-8. Yeah. Assist small forward. Yes, it is. It's going to be Ernie Myers on the assist. So, anyway, I guess that's what it is. Let me take a quick look, see if there's anything I can find on that pass. Okay. The call on the floor says that is a pass because in Lorenzo Charles' case, he has a pass in his 3-point column on that 3-point basket pass. So it's going to be a pass instead of in lieu of a basket. We will follow that rule. If it's got a 3-point shot, I don't know if you can take a 3. I think you actually get the basket for 2 if you don't have a pass there. So an Ernie Myers type of guy who does have a 3-point column, but he does not have a pass, so he would have made the shot versus Charles, who has a lot of passes on his card. That makes some sense. Okay, small forward, Ernie Myers. And it's team defense of Houston. And that is a 10. And what did I do on Houston's 10? I didn't touch Houston's 10, did I? Nope. Just a missed shot by Myers. And the rebound's going to go to high offensive forward versus high defensive forward. So offense is 9 for Lorenzo Charles. The defensive forward, oh, it looks like Clyde's got a 14 at small forward. So it looks like Clyde's going to grab that rebound, considering his defensive rating's that good. So Clyde gets it. Ball goes to the power forward. That's Larry Michaud. And Michaud's going to be on offense. So Michaud comes down. And it's a 5. It's good, Larry Michaud. A nice shot. Didn't mean to take away that basket there for Charles, but those are the rules, and it's 10-7. Assist is point guard 8. That's an easy assist for Alvin Franklin. Coming back down for NC State is the small forward. It is Ernie Myers. They're getting it to a guy who can shoot, obviously. Oh, it's team defense again. Here we go. Houston playing the defense. That's a 12. And I say that's a team block for 12, and I'm going to say everyone but Olajuwon can block it. Because I just wanted to give it a random team block. And that's a 2-1-2 block by Clyde Drexler. We're going to give it. They do get blocks, but not too many. The rebound's going to go to the offensive small forward, which would be Myers, versus the defensive small forward, add 2. And Clyde's already got that rebound. So Clyde not only blocks it, he rebounds it. And he's going to bring it down to the point guard. And young Alvin Franklin, the freshman Franklin, say that 3 times fast, has his offensive column being used here. And it's a 6, no good. Alvin's got 1 point today, rebounded by offensive small forward Clyde. He's got a 14 there. Oh, I didn't even notice he had a 19 on the defense. 14 offense. Defensive small forward has a 7, and even 1 die is not going to be enough. So Clyde's going to grab that offensive board, and they'll set it up. I don't think he put a put-back basket. I did not see anything like that. So ball goes to the shooting guard. That's going to be Michael Young. And a team defensive card for NC State. And that's a 9. And that's a miss. Do I have any modifiers? McQueen gets it, but he's out of the game, so it's just a miss shot. So, who was that? Michael Young? Michael Young with a miss. I would have had McQueen 4-7 on my modifier, so no. Rebound. Shooter versus defender, so it's Michael Young, who's playing defensive guard. His offensive rebound rating is 10, and it looks like Michael Young is going to be big enough to grab that offensive rebound with ease. So Young gets it to the small forward, which is Clyde Drexler. Clyde's going to use the team defensive card of North Carolina. And that's a 5. Offensive foul, Clyde Drexler. So that's his 2nd foul. Whoops, not X, I need a Z there. Turnover Clyde, and that's 2 on Clyde. I take him out in the 10-minute mark. Let's see, power forward. That is going to be Lorenzo Charles. And that's the defense of Larry Michaud. And that's a 12. That's certainly a pass for sure. I think. Oh, it's an asterisk. So I can use Myers is a 5 or greater with a range. So 2 to 3 could be Myers. Is that right? I think that's right. But it's not. So it's going to be a pass. And so we go point guard. Sidney Lowe. Learning on the fly here. Sidney Lowe, offense. Lowe goes up. That's an 8. That's an assist. Sidney Lowe. Good play by Lowe. Game's still close. Basket's going to go 2. That's a 2. That's going to be Ernie Myers. First basket by Myers, and it's now just 10-9. Center. Team the Dream. Offensive column. And it's a 6. No good by Olajuwon. Who's hitting the boards? Offensive shooting guard versus defensive shooting guard. We've had this matchup before. We know that the offensive guard of Michael Young is going to grab that rebound. Houston starting to dominate the boards a little bit. Now they only lead 6-5. Back to the power forward. Michaud, defender's card. Lorenzo Charles, a foul machine, hacks him. First on Charles. And that's 5 team fouls. We're 2 away from 1-1, which might be a good thing for Michigan State, because Houston can't make a free throw to save their life. Small forward, Clyde Drexler. We'll watch him start making. Drexler defense, Ernie Myers. And that's a 5, steal. Myers with the steal from Drexler. Okay. So Myers is going to go. He's going to try to go all the way to the hoop. And that's a 4. That's a 3-bomb. 3-point attempt, 2 to 5 and 12. No good. And the rebound. Let's see. Offensive team rebound. So team rebound for NC State. I haven't marked those down forever. I'm just going to put that in there. They'll stay alive with the shooting guard. And it's going to be Derek Wittenberg. Offensive card. Derek, 6. No good. Rebound. It's going to be defensive small forward. So Clyde Drexler is doing a job on the boards. And let's see. Goes to the center. Going to go to Olajuwon. Team is foul free so far, which is team defense. NC State 2. That's going to be a foul. Team defense, 2 shots. Does that mean it's on Bailey, I assume? Yeah. I'm going to give it a third all. It's his first. So they hit Akeem hard, and Akeem's going to take 2 free throw attempts. First one is not good. Second one is not good either. So a couple of 4 free throws by the Dream. Go for the rebound, defensive small forward. It's going to be Myers. Game's going pretty well here. Point guard, Sid Lowe. Sid Lowe's going to get a team defense. Now it's Olajuwon playing the defense. And that's a 7 on defense. And that is actually a basket allowed. And it's not a pass. So Sidney Lowe's going to actually score. That's points 4 and 5. NC State returns to the lead. Assist shooting guard 17. I don't see anyone there. So, all right. Back to the shooting guard, Michael Young, who averaged a good boatload of points for them this year. I think he was the team's leading scorer. Young, it's going to go the offensive card. Michael Young, 2. He's going to pass the ball. Passes it to Micho, the power forward. And it's going to be his offensive column. Micho, 4, no good. Houston not shooting the ball all that well. 30%. Rebound, offensive power forward. 12. Defensive power forward. 13. Lorenzo Charles with the board. Ball goes to Myers. Myers' defender is Clyde the Glide. Oh, foul number 3 on Clyde. I was just going to take him out. Gosh darn it. Got like all their fouls. He's got 3 fouls. So, only 2 team fouls. So it's not a shooter, but we got to take Clyde out of the game real quickly here. Did not realize he was going to foul so quickly. Okay, so we're going to make a change. Well, looks like Terry Gannon enters the game for Derek Wittenberg, in addition to the substitution of Reed Geddes. And Geddes will take the place of Alvin Franklin, the youngster, the freshman. Benny Anders is coming in at forward for Clyde the Glide Drexler. So we've got ourselves quite a switcheroo. Gannon, watch for him on 3-pointers. He actually has a 3-point right next to his assist rating, 1 to 11. If someone like Lowe gets an assist and the points are for Gannon, Gannon gets 3 points instead of 2. So I got to remember that as well. All right, a couple of cards here basically before we get back to, let's see, I think they still have the ball. NC State does. We're going to give it to their center, Earl Bailey. Bailey on defense. Olajuwon defending. And that's a 10. And that's a foul on the Dream. So I'm going to be watching his fouls like a hawk. That's his first. Only the 3rd team foul on the team. Ball goes to point guard Sid Lowe. Team defense. And that's a 7 for Houston. And I believe that's a basket. That's a basket because there's no pass there. 2 points for Sidney Lowe. He's having a good game. 3 for 3, 7 points. And an assist would go to point guard 11 or greater, and he is. And if it's the scorer, then it's the small forward 11 or greater. And he's only 1 to 9, which is still a pretty good rating, I think. And so it's Houston ball. Center, Olajuwon. And before this 10-minute mark, we're going to get a defensive call by Thurl. That's a 3, forces him to pass the ball. Stack number 3, less than 10 minutes to play in the first half. Going to pass the ball. Oh, shoot, I guess the discarded card, I got to see that is shooting guard, actually. Michael Young, team defense of NC State, and that's a 5. And that's an offensive foul. Darn. Michael Young charging. That's kind of the automatic offensive foul on the team defensive cards of a lot of, I think even in Stratomatic they have that type of thing. So, turnover. And the ball goes to NC State, who's actually climbing to the lead 13 to 10. Power forward, Lorenzo Charles. Team defense of University of Houston, 8. And I'm going to give that a block to Olajuwon because it's an 8. Miss by Lorenzo Charles. Blocked by Hakeem Olajuwon. That's his second block. Rebound, defensive power forward. First auto rebound we've had in the game so far, really. Wonder how well I shuffled those FACs, but here we go. Houston has the ball. It's going to the power forward. Micho takes the ball down. That's be team defense of NC State. A lot of team defensive cards. 9, no good by Micho. The queen's not in, so Micho misses. And the rebound, high offensive versus high defensive. So offensive center, I know there's a 27 there. That's not going to be beat. Nope. Olajuwon's got that rebound. Oops, what did I just miss here? Oh, is that a miss for? Not sure what I missed here. Okay. Olajuwon offensive board. Keeps the ball alive. He still has the ball. And it's defense of Thurl Bailey. That is a 10, and it's a foul on Bailey. Fortunately, that is 2 on Thurl Bailey. Oh my goodness, and that's 7 team fouls? Wow. Let's see here. 1 second. Okay, that was the 17th foul. In lieu of taking out Thurl Bailey, I just looked up the rules for playing safe. So it looks like everything that's a F1 or an F2 foul or a basket and foul turns into a basket. And rebounding is dropped by 3. So that's how we're going to deal with this situation. In the meantime, Olajuwon, I believe, gets to shoot 2 free throws. 1 and 1, that is. The old 1 and 1. And he makes it. Earns the second. 1 more for the dream, and he misses the second. So he's just going to keep the team within 2 points. 13 to 11. Rebound, offensive power forward. It looks like an automatic rebound, so I guess I'm going to give that on the rebound. I'll just make it an automatic. Micho, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look at that at halftime as well. That was an automatic rebound. So goes to the small forward, Benny Anders. And it's going to be his offensive card. Benny, 5, draws a foul on Ernie. So a foul right there. 2 shots for Benny Anders, who looks like he's around 60%. Makes the first. 12. He actually makes the second one. Someone can make 2 free throws on Houston. I think they were 10 of 19 or 11 of 20 in that championship game. Pretty much decided the whole game. 13, power forward B. Lorenzo Charles with the ball. On offense. It's a 7. It's no good by Charles. Rebound. Offensive power forward. Let's see. Versus defensive power forward +1. So we got a 9. Defensive power forward +1. It's going to be Larry Michaud. A little strength on the boards. They're now leading the rebounds 11-8. We're tied at 13. The ball's going back to Olajuwon. And it's going to be the defender. So anything on Bailey's defense there, the fouls are going to be baskets. And that's a basket. So Olajuwon scores, but they are out of centers, basically. So I'm going to have to just roll with that for a bit. Assist on the play will be the shooting guard 12. Nope. So center. Thurl's going to try to come back, at least atone for his defensive play. Center offense. And he misses. Big hole in the middle there, 6, 7, and 8. Me and my friend would call that a donut, right in the middle of that whole thing. The donut, no good. Rebound, defensive center, Olajuwon. And ball stays with the team. Team defense of NC State. That's a 7, and that's a oh, it says pass. It says pass under the 3-point line. Akeem wasn't shooting as much. That's true. So that's going to just be a pass. Passes off to Michael Young. Offensive card for Michael Young. And that's a 7. Good. Young hits. First field goal has 4. And Houston has powered up the lead 17-13. Assist power forward 1. Even Larry Michaud could get that one. Assist. The assists are 4-4 right now. The steals are 2-2. And 3 blocks for Houston. So here comes my homemade blocking abilities there. Okay, small forward. So it's working. Small forward, Ernie Myers. About 11.3. He was a freshman as well. Defender is Benny Anders. A lot of fouls down there. 6. Steal. Turnover. Myers. Steals and fouls. Benny Anders. I want to say Bernie Sanders, but that can't be right. All right. That's going to be a fast break for Anders, and it's a 4, no good. Closer to Deion Sanders than Bernie Sanders. Rebounded by offensive shooting guard +1. And that is pretty easy for him. It's going to be Michael Young. So Young has the ball. And if my mic drops, it's because I'm using a backup mic right now that's very unreliable, but I enjoy it because it's hands-free. So if it drops out and I don't notice it, I apologize in advance. Power forward. I got a new mic, a plug-in mic on the way, and should be here tomorrow, but I couldn't wait to play this game. Here comes Larry Michaud. Michaud's going to be the defender's column of Lorenzo Charles. That's a 5, and that is definitely a pass. I'm going to pass the ball to Olajuwon. Olajuwon on the team defense of North Carolina State, 8, and that's a pass. So you got 2 more passes to go. The point guard gets the ball. Reed Geddes. Defender is going to be Sid Lowe, and that's a steal. Turnover, Geddes. Lowe, a stealing machine. And there goes Lowe. And that's a 7. That's another assist for Sidney Lowe, who's playing championship basketball right now. Basket is going to go to, and it is a 4, Terry Gannon. That's not just a 2. That's a 3-pointer because Gannon has a 3-point shot in his assist column. Gannon for 3. And so that is now 17-16. And here comes Houston. Michael Young. Offense. Young, 6'7", fires no good. Rebound, gonna be Offensive center versus defensive center. I think Olajuwon wins that battle. Yep. Looks like Hakeem is doing his dominance on the boards, as he will continue to do as an NBA player. How many rebounds is that? About 4? Seems like more. So Olajuwon gets it. Goes back to the small forward. Benny and the Jets. A defender is going to be Myers. Can the guy play defense? 10. Pass. Point guard. Reed Geddes. Offensive column. Look at the 5 to 9. Assist. Reed Geddes. That's automatic. I think he averaged about 6 assists in 20 minutes a game. Little assist machine. I did not realize that 6'7" guard was that proficient at the assists. And the points go to 4. It's going to be Michael Young. Young up to 6 points. 1916. And power forward. Just keeps you going. You're just flying through this deck of cards here. And it's going to be Lorenzo Charles. 2 or better on offense? No. So, shooting guard. Gannon the Cannon. Team defense of Houston. And that's a 5 on Houston. Offensive foul, Terry Gannon. All right. Shooting guard, Michael Young. Young with the ball. Offense. It's a 7. It's good. Michael Young having a much better game than in the actual championship. He's got 8 points. Assist point guard, 13 easily. Reed Geddes is an assist machine. All right. You swear he was Magic Johnson the way he dishes out assists. Ball's going to go to the small forward. That's going to be Ernie Myers. He's 5 or better. Yes, he certainly is. Fires away. 10. He scores. Ernie Myers. I don't think he played much in the championship game. He must have been injured. Assist center 10? No. But it is 19 to 18. Coming down to the final 5 minutes almost. Your point guard. Reed Geddes. Defender, Sidney Lowe. And Sidney says, here, give me the ball. Turnover. Reed Geddes, steal. Sid Lowe with the steal. And Sid's going to take it all the way. 6. 3-point attempt. 2 to 5 and 10. No good. Rebound. Offensive center, which is just a 7. Defensive small forward Anders. 8. So Anders will get the rebound. Old Benny with the board, and he's going to keep the ball. He's also a 5. 4 offense, so he's a 5, so he easily qualifies for that. Similar function as the Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball. And he fires a 5, draws another foul. It's going to be on Ernie Myers. That's 2 on Myers. I play Myers safe? I think I will, because he's a vital offensive player. I will play Myers safe. That knocks off 3 on the rebounding. I got to remember that with Bailey as well. I did not think about that. So 2 shots for Benny Anders. That's a 9. Not even close. 11, not even close. So, couple misses there. And therefore, 500 from the free throw line. Rebound, offensive small forward versus defensive center will add 10, minus 3, so 6 is 16. A small forward, not going to get it, so Thurl will clear on the board. Pretty sure that's 10. I'll have to look that up. Ball goes to the shooting guard. The Cannon, Gannon, team defense of Houston. And that's a 3. And I don't think I have any special rules there, do I? Oh, Micho would have it. Blocked by Micho, missed by Gannon. Blocked by Larry Micho. I love having blocks. Rebound, defensive point. That's going to be. So Geddes gets 3. And Reed is still got the ball. And he's on offense. Here's Reed Geddes. It's a 10. He's going to pass the ball. Had assist on his mind, but it didn't work out. So it's going to stay point guard still. And it's still offense. 9 assists, Reed Geddes. And the basket is going to go to 3. 1, 2, 3. Akeem the Dream Olajuwon. Before he got the A, and H added to the A, so 8 points, 4 rebounds for Olajuwon. So far, just 1 foul. So here comes NC State in the final 5 minutes of the half. It's the shooting guard, Terry Gannon. 1 or better on offense? No. Point guard, Sid Lowe. Offense. And Sid gets a 9. That's a 3-point attempt. Fires it. 11. No. 1 for 3 for Lowe. Rebound, offensive power forward. Lorenzo has a 9. Defensive point guard. Nope, it's going to be Lorenzo Charles. Interesting rebound battle there. Don't have the guards and the forwards battling too often. Ball goes the shooting guard, Gannon. Offense again. He's a 3-point gunner. 12. Draws the foul on Young, his second. We'll just play him safe. That is just 4 team fouls. Gannon will get 2 shots. 2 to 10. He's a great foul shooter. Good. And good. 2 free throws for Terry Gannon. He's got 5. All right. And the point guard has the ball. It's Reed Geddes. Offense for Reed. Playing well. Assist Reed Geddes. That is an amazing assist column. What a passer. And the basket is going to go to. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. Olajuwon gets into double digits thanks to Reed Geddes. Houston is now shooting 500. They've got it back on track. Ball goes the shooting guard, Terry Gannon. Team defense of Houston. Let's see what happens here. 7. Houston's team defense. It is a basket. So, 2 points for Gannon. 7 in the game for Terry. He is ignited, NC State, and the Wolfpack. Assisted by Sid Lowe. If I can avoid foul trouble for the rest of the half, that would be great. Benny Anders with the ball. Team defense of... Oh, I just lost my die. Team defense of North Carolina State's a 5, and as I said, of course, that's an offensive foul on Anders. T-Z. 1 foul on Anders, so at least it's not a guy that was in foul trouble. 23-22 game here. Houston just clinging to a lead. Small forward, that's Ernie Myers. Offense, Ernie Myers. 10, basket, Ernie Myers. And NC State regains the lead. Assist, shooting guard, 16. No. All right, point guard. Reed Geddes looking to get some more offense generated for Houston. He does. Assist. Boy, that seems way too easy. Reed Geddes. What a passer. And a 1, Larry Michaud. Michaud now has 4. Houston regains the lead. Oh, according to my stats, it's 27-24. I'm sorry. So, might have messed that up a few minutes ago, but I had to check my official scorecard. Shooting guard, it's going to be Gannon again. Offensive column. That's a 6. 3 ball for little Terry Gannon. It's good. 3-pointer. Terry Gannon. I don't know if it's a mistake to have the 3-point ball available because naturally NC State's going to be better because they actually used it in league, but I wanted to try it out. So, and Gannon's a great one. Small forward 6. Myers on the assist. All right. Back to Houston's shooting guard, Michael Young. Offensive card. And he's got a 3. That's an assist. Michael Young. Good job by Michael. Finding the open man. Basket this time is going to go to 3. 1, 2, 3. Olajuwon is really benefiting on these alley-oop lobs. He's got 12. It's 29-27. Cougs. Small forward, Myers. Defense of Benny Anders. 12, that's a foul on Anders. That's 2. So I'll just play Anders safe as well. No, I won't. No, I won't. Never mind. That's 5 team fouls. Non-shooter, small forward. Team defense of Houston. And that's a 12. And that, did I give a rule for that? Oh, yeah, it was a team block. Everyone but Olajuwon. And that's a block. Myers blocked by Micho again. Myers, miss. Rebound. Offensive small forward, 2 dice. Well, Myers is just a 2. And it's going to be versus the defensive small forward, 8. So he needs a 7 or more. And he gets a 7. Myers with the offensive rebound. Ball goes to the power forward. It's Lorenzo, who's played a lot of minutes this half. And that's okay. Offense. Lorenzo not showing much. 7. No good by Lorenzo Charles. Over 3 in the last few minutes here. All right. But he does have 4 points. Rebound. Defensive center. That's Olajuwon. X on a few more rebounds. He's 12 points, 5 boards. Goes to Anders. Come on, Benny. Offensive card. Benny Anders. It's an 8. No good. Benny a little slow starting. Rebound. Offensive center Olajuwon. I do like this over bank shot in the sense that there's at least more rebound battles. Bank shot does not have a lot of rebound battles. It's kind of interesting. They've got a few, but not as many for that accuracy. But that's one of the few things I could find with bank shot that it irks me just a little. So they got the offensive rebound, and Olajuwon still has the ball. He says, give me the ball. Offense, Olajuwon. That's a 6. No good. And rebound, defensive point guard. Sidney Lowe. Lowe with the ball. Keeps the ball. Offense for Sid Lowe. That's a 6. Another 3-point attempt for Sidney Lowe. 10, he's got it. Sidney Lowe drills one. And NC State takes the lead. They are kind of winning on their threes. I'm not going to let that bother this game. Power forward 2. Let's see. Yes, Lorenzo Charles. And Houston down 1. They needed a handicap anyway. They're the better team, right? Shooting guard. Offense. Michael Young. 8. Good. Young. Puts it back in. Young's been hot. He's got 10 points now. Assist center 2. 1 to 3. Olajuwon even can pass for an assist. All right. So it's 31-30. And we're down to the final few cards of the first half. Small forward. Ernie Myers. Defense. Benny Anders. Steals the ball. Turnover Myers. It's definitely a stealing column. He's not fouling. Anders with another steal. And Benny's going to go on the breakaway because he's fast. Misfires. And the rebound goes to the offensive small forward. That is Benny. And it goes power forward now, Larry Michaud. Michaud. Offense. 7. Passes the ball. Such a team-oriented player. Reed Geddes. Defender is low. And he steals the ball again. Reed Geddes with the turnover. Lowe's going to go on the fast break. 8 assist. Sidney Lowe. And the basket goes to 3. Thurl Bailey. Lowe's having an MVP first half. NC State leads by 2. Power forward is Larry Michaud. You have a 2 or better on offense? No, so it goes to Olajuwon. Clock winding down. Team defense of, they call that an offensive foul. Oh my God, just what I needed to end the first half. And that's 2. We're going to play him safe. Did that work? E, Z, good. And, all right. Offensive foul, Olajuwon playing safe. Shooting guard with the ball, Gannon. 4 or better on offense, not the case. That'll end the first half. NC State sneaks in front. 32-31, shooting 52% from the field. Houston shooting 50% from the floor. Quite a game. CB2K by Andy Vaselio.